Hello everybody out in Rockin' H land. This is Eric with Rockin' H Farm Toys with a very useful tip for some of you this morning. What I have for you is a T800, a DCP T800 Kenworth. I have a client that wants a day cab to match up what they're running out in the field, and my best plan to do some part swapping isn't going to work. So then I thought, well, let's just wipe this stripe off. What I'm looking for is a solid white day cab T800, and the only day cab T800 in white has this black fender on it. So I couldn't do any part swapping, and I was going to just strip the fender, or strip the hood down and repaint it, and then put the Kenworth decal back on. But then I got to thinking, let's wipe it down first and see if we can make that happen. So to accomplish that task, I had to remove the hood pins. And this is a little different task than on other DCP trucks because there is a live rivet on these trucks. I'll show you on another one. On the DCP T800s, I'll try and get it so you can see it, but it's difficult here with the light. Right here is the back side of this rivet, and is really unhandy because that silly thing will sit in there and spin as you try and drill it out. And does make it a bit of a challenge to get those out. Nevertheless, it is possible. It just takes a little different attempt. And then you can go back with a piece of rod to put that back on when you're ready to reattach. But they do come off, and then after that, you can take the headlights off with just cutting this plastic off and using a sharp object to push the headlights out, and then remove the back of the plastic here, and then use a sharp object to push your turn signals out. So there's the turn signals, and there's the headlights right there in the bottom of the shot. Now, I've already stripped one side, and it came off pretty darn clean. It came off much easier than I thought, and I'll demonstrate how I did it. You'll notice that I got into my white paint just a little bit. Not bad. There's a spot here, one there. The bottom side doesn't look real pretty, but you can touch that up with a paint pen. Obviously, most people don't open their hoods very often because these things sit on shelves. They're not played with. So you can get away with just doing a little touch-up work on the back side and over here as well. Okay, so let's get to the meat of this demo. Alright, what I used was just a generic, just an old rag. This is an old shirt that my wife donated to this cause that she didn't use anymore. I think she got something on it. I'm just dipping this in lacquer thinner, and I'll show you my lacquer thinner. This is just my normal bucket of lacquer thinner I use to strip vehicles of paint. You could use acetone. Acetone would work really well. I'm not sure how aggressive carburetor cleaner would be, but you can use it. Okay, you can see immediately once I start touching that, it's going. Now, it did take just a little bit. It took a little bit to get this off, mostly because, you know, your rag is kind of a big, goofy thing. You could use a Q-tip, which I did at the end for cleanup work. So I'm dipping my rag again quick. One thing I'm going to tell you straight away though, make sure you stay away from your logo right there on the side because you'll wipe that off too. So make sure you keep clear of that. So really there's no rhyme or reason on how you do this. Just get that paint off. It took me about 20 minutes to get that other fender clean as I wanted it to. But I took my time, was careful. And you can see all the paint right there on my rag. And you'll have to get in those cracks and crevices. So I'm going to get me a Q-tip here. See how I got that out of there? Wow, look at that go. Isn't that something? It just works really slick. So at this very moment, DCP does not, no one has run a solid white T800 in this body style. And the reason it's different, here's a solid white one. Look at that. That air breather in the hood is different than this one. And my client runs this particular style of T800. They don't have any air breathers on their trucks. So, in order to get it right, we'll just do this. So as you can see, guys, I'm just about done with this, and this one didn't take as long because I knew what I was doing. I could go just a little quicker after I figured out how to do it and was confident it'd work. A little bit down there in that spot, right there in that corner. Get out of there. And there you go. I got a little goofy spot right here on the other side. I don't know where that came from. That was clean when we started. And there you go, guys. Check that action out, man. That's one clean fender. That black paint is gone. And there you go. There's just a little bit of odd black plastic around the holes, but you'll cover some of that out when you put your turn signal back in and your headlights. You can take a gray Sharpie, because this was gray or silver, whatever. This part here was silver behind the headlights. You can take a gray Sharpie and get in there and replace some of that. Or you don't have to, it's up to you. It was really difficult to get that Sharpie in here, not to let it bleed around on some of the other parts, so take your time and be careful if that's what you're going to do. And I don't know how to wipe off gray Sharpies, so good luck with that if you choose to do it. If there's any questions, please leave them in the comment box. Hope that helps you make your two-tone a single tone. Now you can do this on a variety of trucks. Whatever the base color is normally going to stay on there very well. The top color will wipe off pretty easy. I've done this before on trucks, not uncomplicated, but not overly difficult either. Take your time, test in a small, inconspicuous spot if you're in doubt to make sure that you don't ruin something, and go get them. Make an awesome model today. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and share with your friends, and we'll catch you in another tutorial. Thanks so much for watching.